So, David, what do you know about WordPress? I know you've been reading about it lately.
Yeah, WordPress. Okay, I would say is a content management system.
Okay.
Which you can use it for basically for mainly three things. That is for blogs, for website creations and app creations.
App creation.
Yes, to make applications.
Okay, quite correct anyway. So I also asked her what is blogging. So you mentioned blogging also. What is blogging?
Me?
Yes, you.
Okay, blogging has to do with has to with written content creation.
Petra, do you understand that?
I think I
Petra.
myself.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what do you understand by what?
Okay, I said he said something about written content creation. I don't really get it.
Okay. David.
Okay. I'll say this has to do with you having like, okay, to do this, you have to have a topic. Then that topic you are going to write about it, make your research, Google, get your references and everything. Then you write about that topic. Then you post it to a website. That is the one you create using WordPress. But that's basically what it covers. That's basically blogging. That's basically everything.
Petra, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But most of the blogs I know. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
It's more on entertainment. I've not heard of researching.
No, it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. Because for them to make those posts, those blogs, they have to make their findings. You know what I'm saying? That's the research part. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
It's true.
Okay.
I'm cleared now.
So basically, blogging is writing on a particular subject area, or a particular niche, right?
Yes.
So you can become an entertainment blogger. You can become a real estate blogger. You can become an instructor blogger. Just you choose a niche and you write about that subject matter.
Okay.
Yeah. Then when it comes to blogging, there are a lot of things involves becoming a successful blogger, right? Such things that you will need to be a successful blogger. You have to understand content writing. So,
content writing.
Petra, do you know what content writing is?
Not really.
Okay, David, I've explained content writing to you. Can you explain to us what content writing is all about?
Yeah, content writing, as I explained before, this has to do with writing on particular topics that people can, and just writing on particular topics, content, and all these things. That's just what is encompassing.
Okay, how about copywriting?
Copywriting is, I would say, salesmanship in text. That is, you're trying to sell something or gain an attention with your words.
Petra, are you clear?
Yeah, I'm here. So, how did whole copywriting thing come into blogging?
Okay. David, can you answer that?
I didn't hear a question. My network is breaking. I don't know what's up.
Okay, I was asking how copywriting is connected with blogging or something.
Okay. How copywriting is related to blogging? Well,
Yeah.
it's just about, for me, I would say it's about standing out and and achieving your goal. At least before you make a post, you have a goal that you want to achieve. Is it to make a sale? Is it to to inform them about something? So this is where copywriting comes in. This is where copywriting captures the attention of your audience so that they will still be there to get more information about what you're passing across.
Okay.
Okay, to add to that, how it involves, like he initially said, he said before you begin a blog or before you begin writing, you have an intention what you want your article to achieve, right? There must be a reason why you are writing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it can be that you want people to read it, you want people to buy your idea, you want people to buy your product or your service, right? Whatever it's your intention of writing, making that blog post or making that write-up. Copywriting is the act of making these people achieve that your goal.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, yes.
Perpetua, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. Let's say you are a fashion blogger, and your goal is for people to get traffic to your website, right?
Mm.
Hello?
I'm here.
Hello?
Yeah, and your goal is to get traffic on your website. So you cannot just put anything and start getting traffic. For you to get traffic, first of all, your title of your write-up, it's what is going to make somebody to click or not click your write-up.
Yes.
Right? For example, let's say you want to talk about Wizkid. Let's say Wizkid had a scandal. You cannot just say Wizkid. You cannot just write something like a scandal in the Nigerian music industry or Wizkid in a like, what I'm trying to say is that for you to really, though the title of this particular scenario that I'm making use of now, it's something that most people will be interested about, but there are some topics that are not that they are not that hot, right? And for you to really draw people's attention to it, you have to use very captivating headlines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, something like, let's say you want to talk about a new artist that nobody knows about. If he puts topic like introducing, let's say the person is Jeffrey, introducing Jeffrey, right? People will not really find that attractive to even look at what's Jeffrey, what's down. But if you use something like this new artist will seriously give this kid a run for his money in the Nigerian music industry. Or this upcoming artist will take out all of Nigerian artists put together. Or this freestyle supersede, or just something very catchy and enticing that anybody that sees it must surely want to look at it. Yeah. Though this class is not it's not for copywriting anyway, right? So I will not bother going to copywriting, but copywriting and blogging, they are somehow intertwined. for you to become a successful blogger, copywriting is one of the skills you should have, right? You should know how to convince somebody in text. Just like MCs of ceremony, master of ceremonies, MCs, they know how to hold attention of their audience. Stand-up comedians, they know how to hold people's attention and make them laugh, right? So as a good blogger, you should know how to hold people's attention. You must know how to grab people's attention, hold their attention.
Okay.
But now not in words or in acting, but this time in your writings.
Okay.
Hope I'm making a sense.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Okay, so David said something. He said open source. He said CMS. Yeah. So can you tell us what is CMS? Or should I assume that Perpetua you understand what CMS is? Content management system.
No, I don't.
So David, can you explain to us what content management system is all about?
Okay. CMS. Okay, an example. Let me give an example, then explain what I know it to be. Like WordPress now. I use WordPress to do the things that I said. I use to create blogs, website, applications. So that WordPress itself is a software that is created to modify digital content. So you can use it to make changes, add this, add that, just to modify your content to your taste and to better suit your audience.
Do you understand that, Perpetua?
No, I don't get it. What's the CMS used for?
Do you know what WordPress is? Do you know what WordPress is?
Yes, people have already explained WordPress.
Yes. WordPress is an example of CMS.
Okay.
And what I use WordPress for is to make modifications, to make changes for your website, your blog posts.
Okay.
So that is exactly what CMS is. That WordPress is the CMS software. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, to add to what he has said,
Yes.
before now, building websites, building applications on the computer, you have to be a programmer, right?
Yes.
So as time goes on, the world the world keeps evolving and innovation keeps increasing and people become wiser. They said you don't really need to become a programmer to use a simple app or to get an app or to build a website. So they made a software that same software you can use it. That software is like a template for making other softwares.
Okay.
You don't have to code, just like CorelDRAW, for instance. Now, CorelDRAW is click and drop, right? To make your designs,
Yes.
all of that is click and drop. But back in the back end, there is codes that are running. Imagine that you are running code to change color, change shape. So what CMS is more or less like CorelDRAW now, the click and drop of app application building. CorelDRAW is for designing. CMS is for app, right?
Okay.
Rather than coding your applications from scratch, right?
Okay.
You use a particular template to get it done. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, I understand.
Huh?
I get.
Okay. So WordPress is one of the CMS available one of the most popular in the world. So if you want to build a website, you don't have to go and start learning how to code. You can actually use WordPress and build your website. They are already set out templates. You just click and drop and the website is ready. So to buttress this, I will share with you guys my screen. Right? So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, let me go to this place. Let's start from content management system. Okay, hope you can see it clearly now. It reads a content management system, often abbreviated as CMS, is software that helps users create, manage, and modify content on a website without the need of specialized technical knowledge. This specialized technical knowledge they are talking about is the programming that I just talked to you about. Right?
Okay.
In a simpler language, a content management system is a tool that helps you build a website without needing to write all the code from scratch or even know how to code at all.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Now, there are different kinds of content management systems out there in the market. One of such is WordPress. Like WordPress powers over 40% of the websites on the internet. To tell you how popular it is, only one is powering 40%. The rest is managing 60%. So one of them is WordPress. Another one is for Joomla. So you can use WordPress to create websites, create create apps, right? You really don't create, you build it. There's already a template you just use. It's not like you start creating from the beginning, right? So WordPress and Joomla, they are for blogging and all of I just mentioned about create websites, blog, and run a particular app that does a particular thing.
Have you now?
Likewise, Drupal also. Drupal works in way with WordPress. Then there's Magento. Magento is for e-commerce store like Jumia, right?
What do you know today?
Hello?
I'm here.
Yeah, so e-commerce store like Jumia, you don't have to know how to code from scratch to build a functional e-commerce store. You can use the Magento CMS to build your online shop. Everything you need to run a successful online shop is there. Your ordering, your managing of users, your logging in, everything is just there. All you just need is just to choose your shop name, your upload your items, your prices, the pictures. Sorry, and all of it. So that's what Magento does. There's still Wiz is a newer version of WordPress. It's also used in building websites also. Right?
I'll give him some.
Yes, sir.
Then PrestaShop also. PrestaShop is like Magento too. PrestaShop is an e-commerce CMS. It's used for building e-commerce store. Hope you understand what e-commerce website is. Perpetua.
Yeah, you said something about building website for online market or something.
Huh?
Can you hear me?
I said e-commerce store is just like Jumia, a website that used to sell items. You can look for just like Jumia. So you can use CMS like Magento and Wiz, PrestaShop, right?
Okay.
So uses of CMS. One, you can use CMS for website creation, which I've talked about. You can use it for blogs, right?
Okay.
Then you can use it for e-commerce store like Jumia that I told you. You can use it for like forums. Hope you know what a forum is.
No. Like contest.
David, do you know what a forum is? Hello, David.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what a forum is?
Yes, it's like a meeting where ideas and views can be exchanged.
Yeah, a forum is just like where people come to discuss the way people hang out and they talk, right?
Yeah.
Well, this one now is like a digital form of it. Common forum we have in Nigeria is nairaland.com. Hope you guys know Nairaland very well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Nairaland is a forum, right? So, stuff like Nairaland, you don't have to start coding it again. There are CMS that can just install and you do exactly that kind of thing. Or what you just need, you have to create your categories, your registration, information you want to collect as registration, how to moderate what people are doing, because not everything that you want to appear on broadcast and all of that. Then you can also use for social networks. Social networks like dating sites, Facebook, right? Different kind of social network. You can use CMS. There are different CMS that does all of. Perpetua, is this noise coming from your side?
Yes, it's coming from my side. Yeah, there is something outside. But you guys can go on. I'm at a better place now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said you heard what I said last, that it can be used to build social networks like dating websites, social sites like Facebook, something like Facebook. People can come and hang out and interact and meet themselves,
Okay.
right? You can also use, there are also CMS for online courses, right?
Okay.
Online courses like Udemy, Audacity, Pluralsight. There are CMS for all of this, right? If you want to be doing online courses, you want people to register, you want people to pay to access a particular course, you want to install payment gateway to it. There are different CMS that there are different CMS that does those kind of things. All right.
Yes, sir.
So you don't have to start coding from scratch, except you have a very unique feature you want to add to your membership or your online course. Then there's also CMS for membership sites where people can belong to a group and manage all of it. There's CMS for portfolios. If you are an artist, you are a photographer, you are a fashion designer, you want a place where you upload all of your content rather than Facebook, because you can always depend on social media for your business, because one day they can block you, right? And we can wake up one day and you did not do anything. You see that your account, you can't log into it again, or you lost all your page and you lost access to your page. So it's good to have your portfolios in a website form and use CMS for this. So all these uses I just mentioned about, there are different CMS that does all of this, right? It's not one that does all of it. WordPress just happens to be one of them, and that is the one that we are concentrating on because it's the most popular in the world. Are you okay? Are we okay with that?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's WordPress.com and there's also WordPress.org. Do we know the difference between these two?
Yes.
Okay, what's the difference?
WordPress.com is mainly for the online server. That is where you work online.
Is there any server
Then
that is not? Is there any server that access website that is not online?
No, WordPress.org, you can. That's where you download the WordPress. Then you use it on your local server.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Is that all you know?
That's like the basic difference I know of the two.
Perpetua, you were saying something.
Like the major
Yes.
difference.
Yes, I was asking like maybe you should start the explanation afresh. Like I don't get the WordPress.com and
Okay,
WordPress.com. Yeah.
let me explain to you, to both of you, right?
Oh, okay.
WordPress.com and WordPress.org are owned by the same WordPress, right? Now, do you know how websites work? Perpetua, you know how websites works?
No, no.
Okay, how websites work is that there's a particular server, right?
Okay.
Do you know what a server is?
Not really.
Okay, a server is a very sophisticated computer, right?
Okay.
It can look like your normal computer and it might look gigantic. It can be anyhow, but it has everything that every other computer has. But the difference is that it has a very high configuration. The memory is very high. The processor is very high. Everything about it is very high, right? So what that server does is that it houses resources, right? Resources
Okay.
can be websites, it can be documents, it can be anything, right?
Okay.
So what it does is that every other computer connects to this server. So when you need something, let's say you want to visit google.com, you now go to this server, I say, server, please fetch me google.com, because google.com is just the same thing like when you have let's say Excel, you open an Excel with different sheets, right? With different sheets. So when you visit the website comprises of pages. You see all of the pages, all of the pages you see from the URL. You tell you the name.
One part.
Hello.
I'm here.
Okay. So I said websites. How its function is that there's a server that houses all of the information that you want to access. Then every computer that is connected to that server asks for that information. That server gives that information, right? So now, what WordPress.com does is that they have their server somewhere, right? If you want to create your own WordPress website, you will have to create, they will give you a space from their server for you to create your own website. But meanwhile, it's going to have their domain name. You know what domain name is?
No.
Domain name is, let's say, google.com. The domain name of google.com is the domain name there is the google.com. So that www.121, that is called the domain name, right? So now, when you are accessing, when you are hosting your website or your blog with WordPress.com, you are hosting it that your website is on their server, and the URL will be like wordpress.com/perpetua.
Okay.
So the advantage of this is that it's good for people that are starting newly. You don't have to pay anything, it's free of charge, right?
Okay.
But there are a lot of limitations to it, because one, you will not have your name as you want it, right? Then two, since it's their server, there are a lot of things that you cannot do to the server because it's not your own. You don't have full access to the server like that. So you are limited to what they tell you, right? Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Then WordPress.org is rather than hosting your website or your blog or whatever on WordPress.com, you host it on your own choosing server. Or what you just need to do is that you install WordPress on that server you want, and boom, you are live. So you don't have any restriction other than the size of the hosting you are doing, right? You are only restricted to the package that you are paying to your website hosting company. I hope you guys are getting it.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
So that is basically the difference between WordPress.com or WordPress.org.
Oh,
Yeah, what David, you saying it has nothing to do whether you're hosting locally or hosting this whole locally. It has nothing to do with WordPress.org. WordPress.org is just for you to download a copy of WordPress, right? Then you install it,
yes, yes. Then you set up
set it up.
the PHP and other things.
So before to proceed, I'm going to stop this my screen, and I will just show you how WordPress looks like. All this WordPress that we're talking about, let's show you how it looks like,
okay.
right?
Okay.
So I'm not going to go into how to install WordPress and all of that. I'll just how to manage, like the training is how to manage the WordPress website. So maybe subsequently, if you develop more interest, you can learn how to set it up and how to do everything with it. So first, let's go to, let me open the website. Let me share my screen again. Okay, hope you can see my screen now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, I'm on the website networkers.com.ng. This website was built using WordPress, right? So you don't have to know, you don't need to know how to code, or you don't just your basic knowledge of WordPress. You can build this kind of very beautiful website and charge money from people for doing that, right? So now, how do you know that this site is a WordPress site? All you do is you click on /wp-admin, right? So
Yes, sir.
it has logged me in. So normally, I was previously logged in. That's why it came here directly. Normally, it should tell me to log in. It tell me to enter my username and password. But since I'm already logged in, so it just took me to this page directly. Okay. So there's two things I want to tell you guys about. Okay, let me just start from here. This is the WordPress homepage when you log in, right? So I've installed a lot of things to this WordPress page. Actually, we're having plenty of buttons and menus, but I will explain to you the buttons that comes with every WordPress website. So if you click this wp-admin and you are logged in, right? You see this homepage, right? If you click this place, right? If you click it, takes you to the homepage. I mean, let's say you are somewhere else. Let's say you are in this page. If I click here, it takes me directly to the homepage, right? This is the homepage, right? This is the home button. This one also, if I click it also, it's just, if I hover around, near it, there's a drop down that comes up. There's about WordPress, then there's WordPress.org. There's documentation. If you want to read about it, there's support, there's feedback. A lot of bunch of menus here. Let me just go straight to the menus that we make use of quite often. As time goes on, you start understanding what all of this menu works. Let me not waste my time trying to explain all of that for you. First among it is dashboard. Dashboard is your home page also, where you see your dashboard. You understand what the dashboard is like? Main menu that displays information about stuff. So this dashboard just goes to that home page, right? Yeah, this screen will be varied depending on the things you've installed on your WordPress site. Then you have updates here. The update is going to show you list of updates that you've had. If WordPress has upgraded to another version, you will see all of those information here. This Jetpack is not always available in every WordPress, but it's just to optimize your WordPress website. That's what it does. Then the ones that is very important, as you will see always, is posts, right? So now I've installed a WordPress on this website. So I'll have this post button. What this post does is that this is where you write articles, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
I'm here.
Okay, as you can see, when I bring my mouse over to this post, it brings up another drop down, and there's all posts, add new, categories, and tags. If I click all posts, I will see all of the posts that I've made so far. So you can see secrets big brands use to stay in business. Most small businesses don't know. The author is Isaac Odinaka. Category is knowledge base and marketing, and there's tags. Then if there's comments, you see the comments here. This is the date that it was published and the time, right?
Okay.
So let me go back to that post. Let me go back. Okay, let me go back to dashboard. So the next is add new post. This is if you want to add a new post to your WordPress website. So you have to you give it a title, right? You give it a title, then you begin writing. Right? Hello?